Hey, what's up guys? This is Justin, back again for another review. This time around I'm going to be talking about the Happytime Murders. The Happytime Murders is about the cast of a fictional 90s show called the Happytime Gang, and one by one these cast members are getting offed in modern day. So it's up to P.I. Phil Phillips, who happens to be a puppet, and Detective Connie Edwards, played by Melissa McCarthy, to kind of solve this case and see what's happening. First off, I want to talk about the world of the Happytime Murders. So I think it's really cool that humans and puppets are kind of coexisting. Some are and some aren't, just like people in the real world. Seeing a puppet casually drive a car down the street is just completely natural in this world. There's no humans doing a double take. But I kind of like how there's not a long strung out origin story why this is happening. It just is. So Brian Henson is the director of this film, and for those who aren't familiar, he's the son of world famous puppeteer Jim Henson. Brian Henson does a great job with the human to puppet interaction, and the puppeteer work is amazing in this film. The one thing I will say is this movie wasn't as funny as I thought it would be. There was a lot of funny scenes that were shown off in the trailers that were shown in the movie the same exact way. There wasn't really an alternate take on the scene if you saw the Red Band trailer. Now for the movie itself, there was one or two scenes where I was laughing pretty hard, but other than that, it was just little chuckles here and there. I think this movie definitely would have benefited from Brian Henson stepping down as director, maybe to a producer and puppeteer position. And maybe the people like Jonah Hill and his crew, or someone like James Franco or Judd Apatow, those guys doing this type of film. And I think their humor would have really aided this movie. The plot itself wasn't bad. It's a classic whodunit tale, and it's neat to see P.I. Phil Phillips and Detective Connie Edwards going around solving these crimes with a few hiccups along the way, because let's face it, this is a buddy cop movie. This movie is an hour and a half long, and I felt like it could have been about 15 to 20 minutes longer. I would have loved to have seen more just normal everyday things that puppets do, but it's just awkward for the humans, so it's funny for us to see. This is a mild spoiler, but for example, there's a scene in the movie where there's a bunch of stuffed rabbits at a strip club, and they're watching this stripper, and there's jokes about Easter, carrots, and the whole thing was just really entertaining, and I think the film could have used more moments like that. So last but not least, I want to talk about the human characters. So there's Melissa McCarthy, who, I gotta be honest, I'm not the biggest Melissa McCarthy fan. I saw The Heat with her and Sandra Bullock in it, and Ghostbusters, and I don't know, it just always comes off as she's trying too hard for me, and I'm not really into her at all. But this movie, she wasn't too bad. She had some funny one-liners, and she had some other moments where I was like, was that a joke? Was that supposed to be funny? Joel McHale is also in this film, and he plays this cookie cutter FBI guy, and whenever he's on screen, it's just really awkward. It's like little kiddie jokes, and I might have chuckled once, but there wasn't really any laughs for me when he was on screen. My favorite character actually was Maya Rudolph's character. She basically plays this receptionist to P.I. Phil Phillips, and the interaction between her and Melissa McCarthy and everyone else in the movie was just really witty. She was funny, she was cute, and I was really rooting for her character the whole movie. Guys, in the end, The Happytime Murders was an entertaining film. From seeing the Red Band trailer and the other ones, I thought the movie was going to be a lot funnier than it actually was, but the world they lived in, the human to puppet interaction and everything kind of made up for that. So I would still check this movie out, guys. 6.5 out of 10.